Good morning, everybody, and welcome, welcome. I'm hearing the feedback. Do you hear that, Veronica?
Like your voice got an echo to it.
Yeah, but I didn't have it before we went live.
No, it wasn't like that.
Nope. But to everybody out there, it is what it is for the moment, and we say welcome, welcome, welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Whisky Blu and friends. And as I always do every morning, I got my friend, and I was going to say my sidekick. You know what I'm saying? I got Veronica here with me, and she's been with me ever since the first day I started setting up. And we were doing it via Zoom, connecting to Facebook Live via using the Zoom app. And she's been with me. And now we're using StreamYard to do, which I prefer this a lot better. But we were going through technical stuff back then, and we have evolved to here right now. So if y'all want to go back, I still got work to do here because I do a lot of stuff on my Kenton Rogers YouTube page and my Kenton Rogers Facebook page. And but I go by the name Whisky Blu, but most people know me as Kenton Rogers, but I prefer to be called Whisky Blu. Um, and I have to get a Whisky Blu YouTube page set up, and I have to build up my YouTube, my Facebook, um, Whisky Blu Facebook page because I don't have enough followers yet on the Whisky Blu page. They won't allow me to go live on it. So I'm going to ask you all, please go to Whisky Blu. Y'all see how I spell my name, and become a follower on my Whisky Blu Facebook page. I have more people, Veronica, on my Whisky Blu Arthur page than my Whisky Blu regular page. But I need to build up my followers on my Whisky Blu regular page. So if y'all just put it in your searches, Whisky Blu, then you all will see that page. Now, if I don't get you all to help me build up the Whisky Blu page, I'm going to stop streaming on the Kenton Rogers page, or I'm going to make the Kenton Rogers page private. Veronica, how you doing this morning?
I say marvelous.
Marvelous. Every day she come up with these great words from perfect to fabulous to marvelous. We're gonna start checking every day to see what word Veronica can come up with. So you all are gonna have to remember, because eventually we may have some giveaways, and I might give away some books. I may give away some things. We'll see what happens. But
What word?
today she is marvelous.
Yeah, asking what word did she say? How she felt today? Some might
Right.
remember and some might not. But I bet
Exactly.
they gonna remember. They're gonna remember.
People will remember when you start giving away stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's going on with you this morning? What went on last night? What made today wonderful?
I just fell asleep early. And
Okay.
up half of the morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you are doing marvelous today, Veronica. And we what people don't understand is that I've sent out the link to people to be a part of the conversation most days. I didn't do it today because I was falling it was taking me longer to get finished my treatment. But what I
Oh,
will say is that people don't realize that in the studio, we be having conversation even before we go live. That if they would start coming into the studio, they could be a part of those conversations we have off the air and
yeah.
not just on the air. You know, people come on and watch, but won't even send a comment and say good morning. You know what I'm saying, or anything like that. But um, let's see. Maybe I could do this a little different. And in the future, what's going to happen is I'm going to turn this thing on that says show comments on stage. You know, so you see that in on the screen now, Veronica?
Yeah, I see.
Let's see what happens if I do this. Let's see. Oh, you see my comment showed up?
It showed up.
All right. I heard some music back there, so I don't know what that was.
You
Now
heard my
let's see.
ringing. If you heard the noise down my telephone ringing, I had to decline the call. It was just my
Okay.
sister calling. She just
That
want
was who
gossip.
calling? That was that was who calling?
That was my sister calling. She just want gossip. I ain't got time to gossip this morning with her.
You
I
know,
got
I wish you had another phone. You know, because I would tell you to call your sister right now and let us know what she want to gossip about. And ask her when you talk to her, Veronica, why she don't come on our show in the morning because she can share stuff on the show with us.
yo.
Listen, I hope she don't get upset about us talking about her right now if she go
Mm-mm.
and watch it. But if she come on, we might be able to start a gossip section on the show. You know, and ask her what's the gossip for today. You know, but yeah. So now we at least have that set up. But see, so this way, if a person is on with us and they comment, it's going to show right up on the screen now. So if y'all are out there watching, just at least say good morning back. Say hello. Don't be ashamed, to watch us in the morning. We're just having fun and a good time and a cup of coffee. And just, we really try to keep everything about love, respect, kindness, peace, and unity here because we decided that that's what we want to do. We want to walk in love. Now, Veronica, I have been really looking at things online, you know, and I've been posting things called kindness personified. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is that there are people out there who are participating in acts of kindness, where they see someone on the street and they're buying them a meal, someone that may be homeless or may be hungry, because every homeless person isn't hungry and every hungry person isn't homeless. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I seen one where there was there was a lady. She was bringing food like tongue. She went to the store and she brought them all kind of stuff. And then there
Yeah,
was one I seen where they paid for the somebody paid for the meal at I think a McDonald's and they told them for to pass it on. And they're
yeah,
passing it on to the next person. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they got
And
people doing that.
yeah, we can do things like that. And what they don't know is that if they give to us here on Coffee and Conversations, if they give to us, you see the links. That money, I'm not going to go spend that money on myself. We're going to right now. I pay for our StreamYard account. So I pay it out of my SSI. That's number one. So if you all give to us here, then the first thing we do is we pay the expenses of what it costs to come to you. But outside of the expenses, you know, that because listen, outside of the expenses, we're able to do other things, acts of kindness for other people and to help other people. This is not a show where we're trying to get rich. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to bring some good information, some good content, and from that content, if y'all like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, if you're appreciating coffee and conversation, and if ever you're able to give, then it goes number one towards helping to pay the bills. But number two, anything over what the bills are, we're able to do things in the community, whether it be helping to feed someone or giving somebody a meal, putting someone up in a hotel for a night. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't really like having to put a person up into a hotel for one night because it doesn't feel well. It can feel good for the night, but if you have to go back to the streets the next day, that's not necessarily a good feeling. But I also
Yeah.
know a person that's living on the street or that may be homeless or in a situation would appreciate one night off the street. So whatever you give over and above what we have to pay for the bills, we will be doing things to help people who are less fortunate, who may be hungry, who may be homeless, whatever the situation, who may be going through a crisis for a day, we're able to help them. So that's what Coffee and Conversations is about. That's what the mission is for us being here every morning, 5 days a week. We're not sponsored by anybody, Veronica. You know,
Yeah, I
how
know.
some people are have things where people are sponsoring them, televisions, but we don't have sponsors. We have you all that watch us, that are inspired by our content, that say, hey, I want to be a blessing to them because I believe they're doing something good and that they will be good with whatever I give and they will be good to not on themselves. And let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all think because of the background that you see behind me that I just got a bunch of money. Because I don't. I live off of $996 a month. But I'm grateful to God that I'm able to have an apartment and to pay my electricity and everything like that. And right now, I'm using my own money out of my SSI to fund us being here. But if ever the situation comes where I can't fund it here, then we'll have to just stop coming on. But I don't want that to happen. I believe that God's going to bless us to keep being here. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe we're doing something good, Veronica.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this question, Veronica. Do you, because I'm here in Champaign, Urbana. You're there in Gonzales, Louisiana. You know, is there a lot of homelessness there?
Yeah. Most of them in Baton Rouge or New Orleans.
Okay. So it's not necessarily a lot of people in Gonzales that you see that's homeless.
You might see a few walking, but not that many.
Now, do they have a shelter there in Louisiana in Gonzales?
I think they do have a shelter for 'em where they can go.
Okay,
When cold and all that, they can, get out, get out the weather.
okay, yeah. So there's so many resources for people. We just want to be another resource for people because as much as there are resources, there isn't enough resources, and there's always room for people to be kinder, to be more loving, to be more respectful, to be more about peace, and to be more about unity. So that's what we're going to continue to be about. And I'm going to shout out to my caregiver this morning who's over here in the kitchen. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done, but I was just about my caregiver mothers. you know. But what happened was it took me so long. As soon as I got done, that disconnect came in here, so I didn't get to go. So you just press next and go on to the next part. Okay. All right. Thank you, Marlis, and good morning to you. How you doing today? I'm good. All right. So that's my caregiver that comes in with me, and I appreciate him. He really helps me out around here. You know, when you have multiple health challenges that you're going through, and when you're a multiple stroke survivor, many of you look at me and say, "Well, he doesn't look like he's been through a stroke," but I'm a stroke survivor. But not only am I a stroke survivor, I'm a person that's living with HIV. But not only am I a person that's living with HIV, I'm a person that's I'm a kidney warrior. Another one, I have chronic kidney disease. So I have to hook up to a machine every night for 6 nights a week. It used to be 7 nights a week to purify my blood. But I do what they call peritoneal dialysis. There are two different types of dialysis. There's hemodialysis and there's peritoneal dialysis. I do peritoneal dialysis, and we'll talk about that more one day. We've talked about it other days. But I'm still getting up and doing things, but because of the multiple health challenges that I'm going through that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, then I'm able to have a caregiver to come in with me for about an hour and 15 minutes, 5 days a week, and then an hour and 45 minutes, 2 days a week. And he helps me with things that if I didn't have him, I would have to do them myself. And so having someone to help is good. You know, and I'm grateful, 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 grateful. I think we need to have a day one day, Veronica, of gratitude. A day of gratitude. You know what I'm saying? What are you grateful for today, Veronica?
I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. He had to wake me up, but he woke me up.
Eh, come on, don't
See
stop.
another day, to see another day.
Yes. So, and I'm grateful too. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to see you. I'm grateful that he woke you up another morning.
Yep.
Because I don't know what I would do if I got up this morning and came on here and you were not here. So I'm grateful that you're here with me. Every morning that you show up, I know you don't even have to show up, but you show up. And I'm grateful for you for that. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much other things. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I'm going through. I'm grateful that I don't look like what I've been through. Now, I'm not trying to be arrogant or nothing like that, but I'm not a bad looking guy for the things that I'm going through. And you wouldn't even know what I was going through if I didn't tell you what I was going through because I don't look like what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was saying, don't get caught up and say, well, hey, he on there, he asked about us supporting him, and then he only on 996 a month from SSI, but he got that wonderful sofa behind him, and he living on the water, on the beachfront and stuff. That is not a beachfront. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe, but you know good and well that is not what my apartment looks like. If I turned off the virtual background, you would see more of what there's a green screen that's right behind me. And because of that green screen, then technology allows me to change my background. And that's what y'all see. Y'all see a virtual background. That is not what my house looks like. All right. So listen, that's why I say I don't look like what I'm going through. The background that I have don't look like what my apartment. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for my apartment, and I have a nice apartment. And people have been good to me to give me things, but everything that's in my apartment, but my desk was given to me. You know, and people need to know that as well because people will see you and will moved to give or to support sometimes, Veronica, because they see things through eyes or perspective that is not necessarily what it looks
Yeah,
like.
you see things that's not real.
Yeah. And you know what's so unique, Veronica? We're living in a period of time where you don't even know what to believe when you look online, because we're in a time where people are in what they call psychological warfare. And so there are people that create content that's not really real about other people. And it'll have you thinking other people. Listen, we see content where say somebody is dead or died. And it's called what they call clickbaiting.
Yeah,
All because they were, go ahead, talk, Veronica.
always see that. Talking about somebody, oh, they dead, and that person still be alive.
Yeah. And what's unique is that if we were to do a video saying that I died, it would be so many people that would start buying my music, so many people coming online posting stuff saying that I passed away, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff, but they won't show up while I'm alive. We're living in some crazy time. Veronica, I just want you to know real quick, the reason why I do a whole lot of talking is because you don't.
I ain't saying nothing. You can
I
you
know.
got
That's
it.
it. That's what I'm saying.
You got it.
So, but that's why until you start talking, that's what if I ever see you start talking, I stop talking.
You
Because
know, hey, if I told you if I start talking, what you gonna have to tell me.
but give me the opportunity to say stop doing all that damn talking. But give me that opportunity. So, but anyhow, we're having a good time here, having our coffee and conversations in the morning.
They be the killer person, the person, I have to go check to go see if that be true. And I be reading it. I said that ain't true. They ought to stop that.
You know what, y'all? Tomorrow, I'm going to pull some of the pictures from Veronica's page. I want to show y'all some of Veronica. If y'all have not been to Veronica Nicholas' Facebook page, you all need to see something. I posted my own picture this morning of myself, but y'all need to.
I
But
see when I see when you post that was this morning when I was up. I
about two,
said,
3 o'clock in the morning,
head on there. I had I react to it.
I
I
saw it.
said,
That's why I said, "What you doing up this time in the morning?" But we're gonna show y'all some of those pictures of Veronica tomorrow. But I have to get some time to pull them and save them so I can share them on the screen and stuff like that. But Veronica got some pictures. She got the men are trying to get to Veronica. They hitting her up in her DM, you know, and I tell y'all, we don't know what's going to happen. Veronica may come on here one day and tell us she done hooked up with somebody. She's saying
oh
no.
no, ain't gonna be none of that.
You sure?
I'm positive. Ain't gonna be none of that.
I say the same thing, but are we really positive until we're positive? You know what I'm saying? Are we really sure that the right person come along? You might forget all about being sure.
I'm sure.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. Matter of fact, we can actually start a pool here. How many of you all believe that Veronica is really, really sure that she ain't going to do nothing with nobody? She ain't going to have nobody to hook up with her, or if she will be single for the rest of her life? Well, number one, Veronica never told us that she's single.
Oh yes, I did. It's on my profile.
All right, well, say it again.
I'm single.
All right, I'm single too. So here's my question: and there are a whole lot of other people out there who are single, and there are people who are single who want to be with someone, but they're just still single by circumstance. And there are people out there who are single because they want to be single. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you all, but I'm single because I want to be single. Because I don't necessarily like the drama and the frustration. And I love my peace more than I love being in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And
Plus, I
go
was
ahead.
I was single. I was in a relationship, but the person I was in a relationship with, they died almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm single. I ain't been with nobody since then.
Okay. Yeah. And I've been single for about 5 years, you know, and I haven't been in a relationship since 2012. But I've been single, celibate, or abstinent and satisfied for about 5 years now. And I'm okay with that. But I have some great friends. You know what I mean? And I have some great people that I'm grateful to have the opportunity to talk with Veronica every day. Now, watch this. I have a best friend, but I don't talk to my best friend every day. You know what I'm saying? But I talk with Veronica every day here and sometime throughout the day. I might just call her or something like that. Now, I don't have the same type of stuff with my best friend because my best friend works every day. So she can't be on the phone while she's working. And I'm not going to call her throughout the day while she's working. Now, if it's an emergency, I can send her a text and say, please call me when you have a moment. But I don't have emergencies like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm grateful for her. And I'm grateful for, I had one of my little brothers tell me that either tomorrow or Friday that he's going to stop by because he had something for my apartment. You know, so I have him. I have Eric, who I do a podcast with. You know what I mean? There are people that's in my life. I have my caregiver who's my caregiver, but I also consider him to be a friend. He doesn't just come to work. You know what I'm saying? He's someone that I genuinely like him as a person as well. And if he wasn't my caregiver, I probably would still call him and check on him and see how he's doing. So I have good people and different ones in my life and friendships on different level, and I appreciate them, Veronica.
Mhm.
You know, so I just love people. You know, and as long as people are good to me, I'm going to be good to them.
Then, well, what you talking on right now? The inspiration words I'm gonna give today gonna hit it dead on the nail.
But hey, since we're there, let's get ready for inspirational moment with Veronica Nicholas here on Coffee and Conversations with Whiskey Blue. And we're going to go ahead on and transition to that right now, which we call the segment in our show, Inspiration. Inspirational moment
You
with
ready?
Veronica Nicholas. So, Veronica, give it to us.
Okay. One day, someone will enter your life whose presence will not make you feel restless, but bring you peace instead. Someone who shows love through care, respect, and patience. Slowly, you will realize that the pain of your past does not define your future. Not everyone comes to hurt you. Some people come to restore peace in your heart and teach you how to trust again. And in that moment, you will feel that even the waiting had a beautiful reason behind it.
Wow, Veronica. That's all I can say this morning. It's
That's
wow.
what you can see.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so very much. Should I say what I always say?
Read it again.
Read it again, Veronica.
One day, someone will enter your life whose presence will not make you feel restless, but bring you peace instead. Someone who shows love through care, respect, and patience. Slowly, you will realize that the pain of your past does not define your future. Not everyone comes to hurt you. Some people come to restore peace in your heart and teach you how to trust again. And in that moment, you will feel that even the waiting had a beautiful reason behind it.
That's good. That's good stuff right there. And I want people to know even when we hear this stuff, because a lot of time good people do come into our lives.
Yeah.
You know, and people come into our life for a reason, for a season, and sometimes a lifetime. But a lot of time when good people come into our lives, we want to always make it a romantic relationship. But just because good people come doesn't mean that you're going to have romance. You know, some people are looking, when I say that I'm single and I'm absent and I'm satisfied, I have some great people in my life, but they're not people that is a romantic relationship. They're friends. They're positive people. They're good people. I had a conversation with one of my friends last night. I call the doctor, Dr. D. You know, we talk, but we don't talk every day. Dr. D don't come to my house every day. I don't come to Dr. D's house every day. But when we talk, we have great conversation, and we may not talk over the phone for another 2 or 3 weeks. But it's not a romantic thing. It's a connection that we have. And I think people need to learn how to have connection with people and have genuine friendship with people, and not everybody that you meet you want to get in the bed with them and
Yeah.
knock the boots or anything like that, because when you start bringing romance and sex into good friendships, it can what's the word, Veronica, it can damage the friendship,
They're ruining
because you have expectations of a person that you're in a romantic relationship with that you don't have with someone that you just have a friendship with. Now, some people are that way because they have friendships that they act like they're in a romantic relationship with, and it's not romantic because maybe one person in that friendship may have romantic interests that they haven't been honest about. But some people are genuine friends. They're not trying to sleep with one another. They're not trying to have sex with one another. They just have a good friendship and a good connection. But watch this. The moment you enter into a romantic thing, then people want to know, where was you at last night? Who was you with last night? What was you doing last night? Because romance has a way, and we'll have this conversation one day. Romance brings to with most people a sense of monogamy. And so you're only supposed to be with me, and you're not supposed to be with nobody else. And I want to talk one day about the selfishness, y'all ain't gonna like this, of
it.
monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Of you thinking that a person is yours. Romance has a way of bringing a type of ownership to people that you think because you're in a relationship with somebody that you own them. But I don't own my friends. And if I was in a relationship, they wouldn't own me and I wouldn't own them. And one of the things that I say a lot of times that people can't get with, I say, well, you do you, I'm going to do me. And when we're together, we can do we. But when we're not together, go live your life. You don't try to control people, and that's what we tend to do. But that's not love. That's not respect. That's not kindness. That's not peace, and that's not unity. You know what I'm saying? And so, but we'll have that conversation another day. I want to know what y'all really think about monogamy. You know what I'm saying? Are you, if you get into a relationship with someone, are you one of those people that's so needy that you want to talk with the person that you're in a relationship with every day, all day? Ain't nobody got time to talk to you every day, all day.
And
But then, go
they,
ahead, Veronica,
they,
talk.
they don't want the person out their eyesight and all that. I don't
Yeah,
think they can do it.
yeah, and that's
Everywhere
what
that
makes,
person go, everywhere that person go, they got to follow.
yeah. And I see relationships like that. And if you're in that kind of relationship with someone and you enjoy that, then that's fine. But everybody is not the same. And even everybody that's in a romantic relationship don't want to be in a romantic relationship like that.
I be saying, damn, let that man breathe. Let that man go where he got to go at.
Yeah. Because guess what? A person's going to do whatever they want to do.
Yep, they're going to do what they're going to do anyway.
Even if you're trying to hang on to their coattail every day, all day long, if they want to do something else,
They're
they're
going to
going
do
to
it.
find a way to do it.
Yep, they're going to find a way to do it.
They're going to find a way to do it. And I think that's a good place to end today and say to you all, thank you for joining us for another episode of Coffee and Conversation with Whiskey Blue and Friends. You know, and thank you again, Veronica, for such a wonderful, inspirational moment again today as well.
You
We're
welcome.
always having great conversation. Did somebody say something on the screen, on a comment? I'm looking here.
Yeah,
Archbishop, grand rising unto you, sir. We're always grateful when people who are watching actually let us know that they're out there. I
yeah.
can tell that you're out there, but when you actually engage with us, we really appreciate it. And Archbishop, we appreciate you being here with us again on today. And thank you for shouting us out. And that's your comment. But I also have the comments shown on the screen. So anyone who says anything, it will show up on the screen. But we're about to get out of here. It's been a good day. We live stream on Facebook and on YouTube, and we're going to be doing some more stuff as well. Got more work to do on marketing and everything for Coffee and Conversation with Whiskey Blue and Friends, and we're going to keep doing it. And as long as we can, keep coming to y'all. We're going to do it every Monday through Friday. And we don't know what we're going to talk about any day. Sometimes there are things that Veronica want to talk about. And
And
sometimes
something just
there,
pop up.
say that again.
And something just pop up. You just start
And,
talking on it.
and something just pop up. So if you have something you want to talk about, listen, you're welcome to come on here. This is not necessarily about us agreeing with what you have to say or you always agree with what we have to say. It's about being human and being able to have a dialogue and a conversation. And even if we don't agree, we're not going to fuss and fight because that's not what this is about. This is about being able to have a conversation. And you express your views. I express mine. I may agree with you. I may disagree. We may have to agree to disagree, but we're not here to argue. We're just here to hear your perspective. And as long as you don't come on, we share our perspective. You know what I'm saying? But you're able to share yours, whether in the comment or you can come into the studio with us and show your face. And we thank you again for being here with us today. We're going to get out of here and we'll see you on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday and we will see you tomorrow. And again, we look for Veronica. Anything you have to say or want to say before we get out of here?
Have a, Take care.
And what's the word for the day, Veronica? Marvelous.
Yay.
It was marvelous. You forgot. Huh? Good thing we didn't have a competition today, because you would have. I would have remembered your word, and you would have forgot. You might have to start writing down your
I have to
word
write it down.
and put the date. So if we ever have a moment to ask someone what was Veronica? Why do I keep wanting to say Monica today? What was Veronica's word for today? Listen, those are what you call senior moments. It's not that I forget, because her name is right here in front of me on the screen. So,
It,
but I do have and for somebody that keep wanting to say mine,
it was
who's
the name
Monica?
in your head. That's all.
Yeah, who's Monica out there? Monica, somebody out there that hear this broadcast, name is Monica. We're praying for you, Monica. We're praying for you. And we pray that all is going well, or that all will be well, no matter what you may be experiencing. But the word for the day was marvelous. So we'll see you all on tomorrow. And today, we just wish you all a marvelous day.